over there.
Very good morning. Today we are very fortunate to have Chandima us. We actually have a retreat over Spa and we Azmani give us some sharing over here. So those who wish after the sharing over here, we have Dāna offering. And after Dāna offering, if you wish to join us, you can go over to Wisma to join us in our retreat. Okay, without further ado, I will hand over to Bhante.
Very good morning to all of you. We have retreat participants here and then some others who are joining regular Sunday Puja. First, I want to see the time. Somebody tell me the time?
11:30.
Alright, so as you can see here, our topic today that I will be talking is Dāna can purify our thoughts, which you already know. But how we purify the quality of Dāna? It's about Dāna. So the reason why I picked up this topic, because everybody does Dāna. So it's one of the lightest practices that a devotee can do. But we have to discuss about Dāna in terms of whether we do the Dāna in the way how the Buddha asks us. So I'm going to be using this whiteboard. Probably you can see by here. Dāna. Now, according to the Buddha, there is another Pali word for this activity. This is simply you buy something from the grocery store, you buy from the street shop, another shop, you come and leave. That's generally done. That means you bring something and then drop that particular item in front of the Sangha member, maybe Sangha or somewhere else. This is the Pali word the Buddha mentions. Practice Dāna. Whenever you practice Dāna, you have to practice Dāna as a child. Dāna is the initial way, but Chāga is the way how you are supposed to do it. What is Chāga? Chāga means you are going to overcome Lobha, Dosa, and Moha. In English, greed, hatred, and delusion. Alright. But Dāna simply means giving. So, different people give with different plans. A politician can do a lot of things, but there is an ulterior motive, right? There are good politicians as well, but most there may be somebody who can do a certain thing for you, but with certain benefits in the mind. You should not be a part of, get caught up in this issue. But the form is Dāna, but we have to do it with Chāga. Now, let me start proceeding this topic with the Buddha's original statement. Once the Buddha said, if people know the value of charity to the extent I know, they would never eat any food without sharing. That means every time we eat alone, we lose the precious moment of that understanding. That means if people know the value of Dāna, charity, they would have never eaten any single mouthful of food without sharing. That means charity is highly important. It's not a light practice. For a normal devotee, it might be a light practice. Buy and give and go. But it has a weight. We have to bring that weight to the Dāna. In order to discuss that weight, I am going to discuss this topic. Can we scroll down the probably Zoom. So there are 4 types of Dāna. But today we are going to talk about purification. In order for this Dāna to purify, this Dāna can be taken. It has to be purified. Purification must happen. So in terms of the every Dāna has to be purified. It's not that you buy this and go and drop it. There's no purification. So when you are buying this, when you are giving this, after you giving this, there should have a purification process. This is that process. There are 4 types of Dāna. The first Dāna is Dāna that is purified by the Dāyaka, giver, but not based on the recipient, whoever receiving the Dāna, will be a sacramental giver. First Dāna. But still purification takes place. Second Dāna, Dāna that is purified by the recipient, sacramental or whoever receiving it, but you are not up to that extent, not because of the gift. Second Dāna is not purified by the both sides. Giver also not purified, recipient also not purified. The fourth Dāna is purified because the giver and the recipient, that is purified. So sacramental and the giver, they both are purified. Now we are going to see how it works. The first Dāna, Dāna that is purified by the giver. Okay, why the Dāna activity with charter is purified based on the giver? It is because you are moral. You are a moral person. How can you become a moral person? You have 5%. You have 5%. You maintain. Sometimes you don't have to retake all the time. Why you need to retake all the time if you don't break it? Right? If you keep it, why you have to retake? When you come to a puja, when you do other things, yes, you need to. But in our spiritual life, if you keep it, you don't have to take it. Right? So you are moral, you are maintaining 5 precepts. What are the 5 precepts? I'm going to put you in a difficult thing. Very light stuff, but I'm going to share with you how. Not killing, not stealing, not sexually misbehaving, not lying, and 5th one, not taking intoxicants that cloud your mind. Okay. 5 percent. What do you think about a 3 months old baby? You have a 3 months old baby. Does the baby kill and eat? Does the baby steal and take? Does the baby know anything about sexuality? No idea. Does the baby lie? Yeah, small ones don't lie. Does the baby take anything like this? Cloud the mind. Okay. Baby is more moral than you. Baby has more sila than you. What do you think? Are they? Yes. Who answer? Pity on us. Actually, baby doesn't have seen. Why is it? Baby does not avoid from the 5% by having an understanding. Why you are preventing from these things? You know killing is not good for you, not good for other people. Stealing is not good for you, not good for other people. Sexually misbehaving, lying, taking intoxicants, they are not good for you, not good for other people. So there is an intentional avoidance. Baby doesn't know what they are. So that means these 5 precepts mean that you have to have an intentional avoidance. Mere avoidance without understanding these 5 will not make you a sila person. If you want to be virtuous, moral, you must know what is the repercussions, results of killing, stealing, all these 5. Alright, so now you have seen, you have seen it. But unfortunately, the one who is receiving your Dāna or whoever person is not ethical. That person breaks 1, 2, any couple of these. The third thing is, money spent on the Dāna is ethically obtained. That is your side. You have earned money in good ways. You have not seen anybody, you have not commissioned bad things, you have not swindled other people. Money was obtained in a proper way. You might ask, what about lots of money? Those people who are giving people charity. You might see this can benefit, but in Buddhist teachings, that is not going to be proper Dāna. So money has to be earned in ethical ways. Not cheating other people, not on money laundering, not with black money, hard earned, smart earned, whatever, smart earned, good money. Fourth thing is wholesome thoughts before, during, after Dāna. That is interesting. What is that? Now let's say you are going to give a Dāna. Maybe to a Sangha member, maybe to somebody else. So you have initial thoughts. I want to give Dāna. I want to do some grocery stuff. I want to go and buy something. So since that time, you are making wholesome thoughts. Then you probably before that you make an appointment with the Vihara or someone else, charity. Now you are bringing all that Dāna. Then during that time also you have to keep the wholesome thoughts. No loba, no dosa, no more. Then after the Dāna is the problem to many. They want to do a postmortem. How we gave the Dāna. And then, okay, the Dāna was good, but I could not bring the dessert. maybe Dāna was good, but somebody I didn't like attended the Dāna. Then purification goes down. And maybe suddenly you come up with the thought, the money, I could have used for something. Purification goes down. That's why the Buddha said, when you give a Dāna, you must protect your Dāna thoughts with alobha adosano. That means generous thoughts, loving kindness thoughts, wise thoughts, before, during, after. And then trust in the karma and the result. You have to believe in karma and results. Now in this particular Dāna, when we go up a little bit, you can see this Dāna is going to be purified because of the diet he's given. Because he has sila, his money is ethical money, he maintains all the wholesome thoughts, and he believes in the karma and the karma. This Dāna is good. That's the first Dāna. Second Dāna, let's go to the second one. It is purified not because of the diet given, but because of the Sangha member. So maybe the one listed. Can we go down a little? Second, maybe a little bit small. Go up a little bit. Go up a little bit. Go down, sorry. Scroll down, yes. Yeah. Giver is unethical. I think this is the third, second. Second one. This is also the third one, yeah. Okay. Giver is, the dayaka is unethical. The person who is giving has no 5 precepts. But the Sangha member is very good, it's a very good one. And the money spent on the Dāna is black money. Money laundering and all that. And unwholesome thoughts are everywhere. Before, during, all unwholesome thoughts. The dayaka broke all the precepts. And then, no karma and vipaka. But Dāna will be purified. Why is it? The Sangha member or whoever getting is virtuous. Now don't think we can break the precept and we can bring Dāna to a virtuous path. Got it? Now some people might think it's okay to break precept. We have a good Sangha member, we bring the Dāna, so Dāna is purified. Don't take it that way. Because more good Dānas are coming. Second, this Dāna will be purified because of the Sangha member, because of the person who is taking. Let's go to the third. I think third. This is a very messed up Dāna actually. There's a very big mistake happening. There's a mistake. The mistake is giver also unethical, Sangha member also unethical. Right? Then what happened? But there is something else happening. Money is spent, was earned ethically, not with black money, money laundering, cheating on other people. And it is unethical. Yes, all requirements are unethical at this point. Giver, recipient, black money, unwholesome thoughts, no belief in karma and result. So this Dāna will not be purified. The only Dāna that is not purified, because the ayaka also does not have precept. Sangha member also has no precept. Then money is corrupted money, unethical money, unwholesome thoughts everywhere, and then no trust about karma. Let's go to the ideal Dāna, very ideal Dāna, the fourth one. Dāna that is purified by both the giver and the recipient. Giver is ethical, you are very moral, you have precepts. And the recipient also very ethical, very maintained discipline. Money spent on Dāna is ethically obtained, properly obtained. And you are maintaining wholesome thoughts before, during, after. And trust in the karma is very well happening inside the Dāna's mind. This is the best purification. You have to approach, you have to plan for this kind of Dāna. You are training your discipline, recipient is discipline, money is ethically obtained, most of forms are prepared and come. Now what we have to learn about from this fourfold of Dāna purification is that Dāna can purify our thoughts, but we cannot always purify the quality of Dāna if we are not properly practicing in these ways. Yes, so I'm going back to the book now, so I already explained. This is a sutta. You can see, can you go up? Can you go up? These four purifications are given in a sutta called Majjhima Nikāya 142 Dakkhiṇa Vibhanga Sutta. What is it? Dakkhiṇa Vibhanga Sutta. Dakkhiṇa Vibhanga Sutta. What is Dakkhiṇa? Dakkhiṇa. See, Dakkhiṇa. This is the Pāli word for the whole Dāna activity that the Buddha used. I don't know how many of you have that before. They use Maha Sankhya Dāna, but the proper word is Dakkhiṇa. This comes from Hinduism. That means when someone passes away, when the people want to give good karmas, what they did earlier was they killed many animals, cows, goats, other animals. So that was called Dakkhiṇa. It was a sacrifice. Then the Buddha said the real Dakkhiṇa is giving a charter. Dāna is the primary activity, but charter by ways of purifying. By ways of purifying us, given money, and then thoughts, then finally belief about the karma and result. Now what we are going to talk about is certain aspects of Dāna. Recently somebody asked me a question. Very interesting. The question was, there was one place somewhere. This place was promoting an idea. If you give a Dāna to an animal, maybe a cat, you get 100,000 lifetime benefits. That means karma follows you for 100,000 lifetimes. If you do some food to an animal, that karma follows you for 100,000 lifetimes. Then if you give some food to an immoral person, like that, then that goes even higher than 100,000. If you give Dāna to a moral person, it is even higher. If you give Dāna to someone who is planning to become a Sotaman, then someone who is a Sotaman, I would write this next here. Sakadagami, Anagami, Arahant, Pacceka Buddha, Samma Sambuddha. The benefits are going higher. That's what they say. If you give Dāna to some commentaries, it is more than beneficial than all these people. And finally it says, if you can practice loving kindness, metta, for a second, that has the weight of more good karmas, metta. If you practice anicca, change, impermanence, for a split second, that has the weight of more good karmas than all these things. But they have crossed out these two, and they are promoting this idea of Dāna. Actually, Buddha said this in the same sutta. this particular sutta. But the problem is, are we giving dana to get more benefits? This is the issue. Buddha told this to a person who has a high mind. Are we giving our food, other things just to enhance, elevate our good purpose? That devalues us, that demeans us, that makes us cheap. Our dana will become cheap. So, our idea is that make every moment an opportunity for the proper. This is our plan. How can we become generous? Other words, generosity. About this. How to become generous other than food? Metta. Metta. Some people cannot practice metta. Metta is a very good practice to be generous. Other ways of practicing dāna, generosity, sharing your wisdom. Then, what are other ways of practicing generosity? Giving our time. Some people don't give us time. When you talk to them, they say, I'm very busy, don't talk to me. Right? They don't give us time. Family members, they don't talk. Then what happens? Poor communication. Then a lot of insecurities happen. In many households, they don't talk. When they don't talk, more problems will be arising. Nobody can solve it at a certain time. Because they are not giving communication dāna. What is it called? Communication dāna. You have to listen to some other people. There are people who are coming to us. What they want is, I don't need solution. I want you to listen to my story. Why is it? Nobody listens to that person. In our life, we can practice dāna by listening to other people. Don't waste your time with that. Make some time for other people. This is what they are for. This happens when you go to a palliative care, terminal care. There are a lot of people who want to say something. So, listening to other people. Then giving a good smile. Give a good smile to everyone. It's a dāna. Some people cannot smile. They can't have an organic smile. Organic food. But the smile is not organic. Organic smile is very important. You smile from the heart, not from the head. So what are the other ways of giving dāna? Lot of ways. Time, knowledge, smile, brahmaviharas, so many ways. So we have to find out how to do this dāna as a purification. Not just get stuck with these individuals. We are going to make every moment an opportunity to do the dāna. So that means it goes beyond food. Don't limit your dāna practice to food. It is going beyond food. Whatever giving that is going from you is becoming the dāna. Because dāna is not a physical activity. For a lot of people, dāna is a physical activity. Now I am going to share with you something very interesting about this physical activity. What do you think? Is dāna a physical activity? Is it? There is someone who is spending 10 ringgit. So I might take your cards for dāna. Just 10 ringgit, buy something and then do dāna. There is somebody who is going to spend 100,000 for the dāna. What do you think about these two dānas? Who is making more good cards? Both are same. Yes. But for institution, this person will be highly respected. 100,000 for a charity, 100,000. 100,000. What is this 10 million? But according to Buddhism, how does the dana work? It's not a physical activity. It will start with the physical activity. It is a mental activity. Now for those people who are willing to donate 100,000 to SKE in the next couple of months, don't be rejected. I still want you to donate to this place. Make it a beautiful, more comfortable place for many devotees. Mental activity. What's happening? It is the mind. The more you overcome your lobha, dosa, moha, then the more good karmas you are making. It doesn't matter when. But let's say there is someone who can afford 100,000 is something small. That person, because he or she is working with billions, 100,000 is not something. For that person, they should still donate this much. Why is it? It is like paying tax. Do all people pay equal tax? No. Tax is counted depending on your income. So let's say there is someone who cannot afford, that person is paying or buying something at this price, but still take up the mind, take up the thoughts, do the dana. And this amount may be higher. That person also can give the dana by making up the mind. But what is more important is making up the mind. But if you can afford this much, you must donate, because it's like tax. If you are earning high, you have to pay high tax. If you are earning less, you're not going to pay that much. So what matters basically is our purification. Now I want to share with you a story. Do you know the monk who was taking care of the appointments, Dāna appointments at the Buddha's time? What was his name? What was his name? Bhante. Bhante. Arahata. He is the one who is taking up appointments on behalf of the Buddha. One day, he had to change the Dāna date of a devotee. This happens, right? This happens even now. When this happens among some of the devotees, some devotees are happy. That is my day, They create a lobha for the date, greed for the date. Some people are very generous. This is another Dāna. I was going to give a Dāna and you requested me, I'm going to give my date. So, Arahant Mahaprabhu had to inform that devotee, can you change the Dāna date? Then he asked a question. I supposed to give Dāna on this day, now you are asking me to give Dāna on that particular day. Do you guarantee that I will have the same kusala thoughts that I supposed to have on that day, on that particular day? Then Arahant Mahaprabhu said, no, I cannot guarantee, it's up to you. I am already doing my part. So that means keeping the wholesome thoughts is a challenge. It's a big challenge. There is a Janaka story where one man came to the palace, royal palace, and then he was swallowing swords. Then the king was very surprised. He was telling the chief minister, look, this guy is swallowing a lot of swords. That's not an easy thing. And the chief minister told him, my lord, giving a Dāna and not worrying about the Dāna is more difficult than swallowing the swords. It's more difficult because people come up with a lot of akusala thoughts sometimes. For different reasons, I would encourage you to be very careful about this purification. And the next thing I'm going to talk about is how does Dāna become a Pāranika, perfection. What do you call it? Pāranika. How many Pāranikas are there? in Buddhism? Ten? 10 are only names. There are 30. 30 paramanas. Let's find out the what you call paramanas. What are they? Dāna, Sīla, Nekkhamma, then Khanti, Viriya, Satya, Aditthana, then what is that? Panya, then Metta, Upekha. 10 names. Sarvapārana. Let's find out the meaning. Generosity. Then morality. Nekkhamma, renunciation. Khanti, patience. Viriya, energy. Satya, truthfulness. Aditthana, determination. Panya, wisdom. Metta, loving kindness. Upekha, equanimity. Okay. So our spiritual journey must include all these 10 before we pass away one day. But unfortunately, a lot of people, they are only doing this thing only, the whole life. They are not going to see the Nekkhamma, Khanti, they stop. They have done something. So we have to touch all these elements, aspects into our spiritual life somewhere, sometime before we pass away. Alright. Now, how the number becomes 30? Dāna must be practiced in 3 ways. See the 3 ways. Nekkhamma 3 ways. Khanti 3 ways. Viriya 3 ways. Satya 3 ways. Aditthana 3 ways. Panya 3 ways. Metta 3 ways. Upekha. Then 10 multiplied by 3 is 30. Let's talk about Dāna. How to practice Dāna in 3 ways. We call it Dāna Pārami, Dāna Upapārami, Dāna Paramattha. So are the Sīla, Nekkhamma, all these other types. Dāna Pārami. What does Dāna Pārami mean? Bāhira Bhante Paricchā, Dāna Pārami. Giving external things, food, money, it is called Dāna Pārami. And you are doing that. Dāna Upapārami. Upapārami. Organ donation, blood donation. That is Upapārami. You are organizing these events. Blood donation. Dāna Upapārami. Not everybody can do it. Sometimes you want to do it, but you can't do it. You have a problem. You are overaged. You have a sickness. Organ donation, blood donation, all this. Now, Paramattha means sacrificing your life for a good cause. It doesn't mean you take your life and you die. That's not the point. Paramattha means you sacrifice your life event. Most of you may have sacrificed certain part of your life for the marriage, for the children, maybe for the temple. That's the Paramattha. Now, Pāramika will become 10 if someone only practice the first part of Pārami, Dāna Pārami, Sīla Pārami, Nekkhamma Pārami, and all these 10. Only 10. That practice is only needed for becoming an Arahant. If you want to become an Arahant. Now there are people asking, why can't I be a Sotapanna or an Arahant? Because you haven't adequately practiced these 10. samsara and wisdom. If someone practices the first two, Dāna Parami, Dāna Parami, Sila Parami, Sila Parami, Nekkhamma Parami, Nekkhamma Parami, then thereby you are practicing 20 paramitas, you will become a Pacheka. If you want to become a Samma or something like Shakyamuni, Buddha, Tanakara Buddha, then you must practice all these three aspects. Dāna Parami, Dāna Parami, Dāna Parami. Sila Parami, Sila Parami. Nekkhamma Parami, Nekkhamma Parami. So, I want to tell you, Dāna is the entry gate for this practice, but never ever end up in Dāna. Practice Dāna, keep the Dāna practice going, and at the same time, practice Sila. Practice Nekkhamma. Nekkhamma means we always like things, what we want to eat, or we like to be with. There are lots of likes going on. These likes perhaps become what you call low bias. Sometimes there are people who are not even liking what they have. They even liking what they don't have. How do you know? You hear from somebody, that guy bad mouth about you. I don't know. This guy bad. You never know. But because that person doesn't like what you have, they bad mouth about you in different places. It's okay. It's their problem. So, Nekkhamma means you are trying to renounce. Now today you are renouncing in the temple. Renounce not many karma thoughts. Time to time it's better to renounce. Become a minimalist. Become a simple person. It's good. Come. Patience. I think I shared with all of you yesterday. Patience is the root kusala. This is the root kusala. That means all the kusala starting from patience. We call it root kusala. I can give you a very simple example. In order to listen to this Dāna talk, you have to sit down. Is it very comfortable? It's not that comfortable. But you are making an effort. And for those people, it doesn't mean that those people who are sitting, they are more comfortable. Maybe they want to stand. People who are sitting down want to stand. People who are might be seated, they want to change the position. Right? So, we need patience. To meditate, we need lots of patience. There are people who are saying, I cannot meditate, I don't have time, because they want to take their patience. So, all the good things are going to work if you have patience. That's why this comes from a medical background. If you are going to see a doctor, you must be a patient. Doctor is busy. You have to wait. Sometimes we won't see a specialist. It takes months and months to see a doctor, specialist doctor. Then you are going to be a real patient. You never back on your doctor. This doctor specialist is not seeing me. So my problem is aggravating now. Right? Then virya, energy. It's a part of it. Energy. Is energy your problem? Is your energy fluctuating morning to evening? I'm in a good mood now. By noon, I'm messed up. And by evening, somebody who you would like to see, you are seeing, and you are good. And evening, you have a medical problem. Maybe you see a bad thing. What is this? Our energy should not be fluctuating like this. If we have virya, our energy will be balanced out. Because when you don't have a good mood, you may be having upsets. Frustration, anger, indignation, annoyance, these are also the hatred. Those are. So always try to keep you happy, make you happy. In a good way, ethical. So you are minimizing upsets. A lot of people, they are complaining about other people before they are unhappy. Because of you, I'm suffering. It is because you haven't understood what's going on. That's why you are suffering, self-suffering. They want to become inconsiderate people for their suffering. Buddhists, we don't do that. We have to make our happiness. That is viriya. Right? But be careful, if you have too much viriya, it is a problem. Too much viriya, high energy. Think about you drink a lot of protein. Those people, youngsters, they drink Red Bull, some steroid things, they become too high. Let's say a spiritual person is going to be very high much of energy thinking tomorrow, but tomorrow I'm an arahant. Don't disturb people. You don't have to make that kind of a very, what do you call, high goal in a quick time. Take time. And you should not have very less energy. Energy has to be gradual. I always say, don't do big projects for Dāna. Do small projects. Small, Dāna, Sila, all these are small projects, I would say. Small spiritual projects. Do everything equally. Don't do only Dāna. Right? So, Virya really helps us to engage in those small projects our own. Such truthfulness. Truthfulness means trying to be very truthful. But can we always speak the truth? There are times that we are struggling to speak the truth. If the truth will create a fight, commotion, maybe argument, maybe a physical, violent argument, we have to do some smart things. What are the smart things we do? And there is a problem in speaking the truth. One of the very silence. You are saying shutting up. Stop that. What are the smartest shutting? Silence is one. Noble silence. Noble silence. Then other ways, change the topic. It's a good one. Change the topic. But then when they know that you are changing it, they don't change the topic. You should talk about it. And then other things, why we are changing them, why we are closing, because we want to delay the truth. Other things, if you could walk away from the conversation, if you leave it there, you have to be in trouble. So, there are times that we have to speak the truth. You don't have to speak truth when there is a problem. Now, say for instance, I always take this example. There is someone who is going to be attacked by another person with a gun, with a knife, follow. So, somehow, on the way, he or she manages to knock your door. Somebody following me, going to kill me, can you give me help? Yeah, I'm a Buddhist. I supposed to help everybody always. So, can you go to my room? Hide underneath the bed. Now the second person, the attacker, the person attacked you, you went inside. So he knocked the door. That person went inside. So he knocked the door and asked him, is somebody with these figures go inside your house? And now you are showing you are such a better Buddhist. Yeah, I'm a Buddhist, better Buddhist. I cannot lie. He gave me, I let him in. He went there, I asked him to go there. He is beneath underneath the bed. Now what's going to happen? We are killing. Vicious attack is going to happen. So then what are we supposed to do? We might have to say something not true sometimes. Because our truth has to protect people's lives in the first place. Let's say you say something else because I want to protect that person's life. Then I will tell the truth. This happened because I want to protect that person. Please excuse me for that. Because I wanted to protect that person. So when you are speaking the truth, then you have to understand the situation in those places. So, that is what you call truthful. Aditya, determination. What do you think? Do Buddhists have an ambition? Are we supposed to have an ambition? Are we ambitious beings? Yeah, we are ambitious. We are not come to the temple just to see the temple. We have our own goal in our practice. Isn't it? We have to be ambitious. When you are ambitious, you are making the progress. When you don't have an ambition, you just come and go. Just a cultural practice. Our ambition is to understand this life, become better people, and then finally follow this noble eightfold path, practicing this path with us, and then maybe if possible become an arahant, become sota. So adhitthana is important. Panya, wisdom. How important is wisdom? It's very important. What people don't know, wisdom has certain context. You always picking up the monks' Buddhism, not the lay people's Buddhism. Why? You don't know what suttas you have to read. There are particular, specific suttas which the Buddha taught to you in particular. Not, I think you are thinking you want to practice what monks do. Okay? Become a monk. Don't do it as a layperson. Don't do that mistake. So, Buddha said in one sutta, lay people's wisdom is a different wisdom. It's not the monk's wisdom. Let me tell you. There is a sutta called Patta Kamma. Can read later. Patta Kamma. In this sutta, Buddha talks about what is the wisdom that is applicable to a layperson. 5 things have to be practiced for a layperson to be wise. First one is Avijja, Visamalokha must be overcome. What is this? Avijja, Visamalokha. As a layperson, you have possessions, you have investment, money, real estate, children, loved ones. So you developing a certain lobha over time. This is not natural. Attachment is okay. Yeah, attached to different people. Yeah, attached to mother, father. But greed is not. Don't let your attachment become a greed. That sucks actually. Or that actually stops our path. Avijja means greed about what we own. So, if you have a greed about what you have, that is called avijja. So these are 2 divisions of lobha. We have lobha. 2 divisions of lobha is avijja. As a layperson, you must overcome lobha towards what you have. Visamalokha means the greed that you may have for what other people have. Sometimes you never know those people. You have a greed about them. Maybe some popular figures, public figures, maybe your other people you don't have a very good connection, but you still have a greed. Like the example I said, somebody is bad mouthing somewhere else. One example. You don't know that person. You heard from a third party. That person is bad mouthing everywhere he or she goes. I don't know why. What happened? I have never met. I don't know. It is because that person doesn't like what you have. Jealousy. So, that person has both avijja and wisdom. So you have to overcome as a layperson. This second, vyāma means ill will. Ill will. As a layperson, you must stop having ill will. What is ill will? Destroying other people. Once I was giving a talk to very teenagers, and we were talking about the games at that time. Talk about a game called the Delta Force. There are law enforcement going to kill the terrorists. And then there was a certain point that they talked about, we kill those terrorists. Then somebody asked, why are you killing these people on the game? Don't worry. When you end the game, they are coming back. So I said, it's not the game, it's about your mentality. You are killing people. If you kill anybody in your thoughts, that's panatipata. Now may I ask you, how many people have you killed in your thoughts so far? In your life? Tell me. You wish some wrong stuff for them. That is commentary, Pali commentary, not the sutras. Pali commentary. So how many people we have been killing in our thought when we are very mad at this? How many? Yesterday when I asked the question, someone said 5. I said, who are they? Why you have a very strict number? I don't know. So, we should not kill anybody in thoughts. That is ill will. We should not do it. When something not comfortable happening, we understand. When we understand people more and more, we are not going to kill anyone. And I think I already shared with you another example yesterday for those people who were there. In one of my talks, there was a person in Canada, long time ago. She said she has a problem, but the problem is she blocks certain people that she doesn't like, right, on social media apps. And then she kept looking at the block list. I said, why? I think they can come back again. When you block people, how come are they coming back? You are getting lots of envy, hatred, forget about them, block them, that's it. Right? So we should not have any thought of killing anybody, destroying. Not even killing, but also destroying. What you call destroying? Character assassination. Never ever do it on social media or anything. People assassinate their characters, good name, and then lot of things. Yeah. Third thing is what you call Dāna and Bhante. Dāna means laziness. As a lay person, you must minimize your laziness. Because when you are lazy, more amusalas can come. Yeah, maybe times you won't be spoiled. But don't leave those moments of being spoiled into a place where you make any amusala. Amusala means any rate of 5%. Then the fourth one is Uddacha. Uddacha means restlessness of the mind, and Ukucha means remorse. Restlessness. How does this happen to you? How are you going to be restless in your life? If you don't sleep well, the next morning you are not in the good mood, right? You are not talking to people, you are not interacting with people, you are not doing anything, your job, anything. Because you didn't sleep. Some people cannot sleep, they have mental condition. But others, they don't sleep. They don't sleep, they want to be alert. So, you have to make you restful, sleep well, eat your meals, don't skip your meals. Because a lot of people make amusalas when they are starving. When they are starving, they are more aggressive, they have to eat. Then, how to make us restful? Do some exercise that really affects our muscle practice. Right? So we can do a lot of things to make us restful. Otherwise, we will be restless. This is very bad. And Ukucha means remorse, repentance. We have to be very careful about repentance because we might be remorseful, but we have to understand we should not live there. We can go to the past, understand our mistakes, but don't live there, come to the present. We can plan for the future, but don't live in the future because it has not yet come. Be in the moment. Learn the lessons from the past, plan the future, live in the moment. But for many people, when they think about their past, they go to the past, they live in the past. When they want to think about their future, they go to the future and they are daydreaming about the future. They don't come back here. Life will be a mess. Let's speed up a little bit. That's fun. And then here, the last one is doubts. If you have doubts, clear them out. So lay people wisdom is this five. Not the Nibbana, okay? That's a higher goal. So this is true. Then metta, loving kindness. It's a very broader topic. You have to practice metta as a pre-practice, during practice, after practice. When you enter, can you practice metta? Now you are becoming very angry. Can you practice metta? You can't. What should be done? When you are getting angry, the best thing to do is understand you are angry. That's it. The rest will happen. There are times when you are getting angry, there are other people who are telling you, you are a Buddhist, you can't be angry, practice metta, you become more angry. Why that? Because metta is a pre-practice. Before getting angry, you must practice metta. If you have practiced metta, you will be angry as well. So it's a structured practice. Follow the metta. Last, upekha means a balanced mind. When people compliment you, you are not shrugging off. You are very humble. You are to the ground like a bodhisattva. In Sanskrit, we learn something called the grass, the tree of the grass, which is the closest tree to the ground. We have to be humble, down to earth. The more we are down to earth, the more miracles, the more transformation the practice happens. Right? So, upekha means balance our feelings. One is when we are